Inshallah and Ashe. It looks like we have a little lag in the show time, so take a breath and a pause. But either way, welcome to a grateful day. Not only is it a fantastic Friday, but we're also on the cusp of a new moon in Sagittarius, the style of Sagittarius there. So if you don't know, this is my live weekly show where I do offer mini live cowrie shell divinations, elemental insights, along with some celestial bodies, the planets, predominantly the moon, along with the subtle fields, the energy fields, the auric fields, our energetic centers, and the meridians. Of course, some random musings and some insights. And if you are new here and don't know who I am, my name is Tanya D. I am a seer. I'm a reflector in human design, sampling energies and reflecting them, kind of more solution driven. I kind of more see the solution to the situation, I'll say. So for me, environment is actually key. It's very key for me to be in a healthy environment to assess the world or the environment around me, which provides intuitive guidance, insight. Especially with health of communities and societies, it kind of reminds me that in societies, I'll say, long ago, the doctors got paid based on how healthy the community was. The health of the community was literally the solution. And if the community or the village was unwell, then the doctor didn't get paid. So there's just something to muse about there, the health of the community. So wisdom in the syncing or the synchronicities with our own inner solitude. I always like to stay curious and question everything. That's kind of one of my little mottos. But that really assists me to receive intuitive insights and clarity, even a different perspective that I may need before moving forward. So as we have entered the season of Sagittarius and we're heading into a new moon, we have Mercury and Mars off on holiday, retrograde. So you may have felt a shift in the gears, things slowing down, time for a reset, a pause point, so that we can recalibrate, maybe go deep inside. And with Mercury being a messenger, a gifter, Mercury of all the planets is the only one that can go to the underworld, the upper world, and all the worlds. So I find that very fragrant of a Gemini energy, but it's also communication, connection, tech missteps, things like that, getting the test of time. I just upgraded my Adobe, and oh yes, have a misstep happening there for me as well. But I did take a breath, as well as like a universal pause, like the universe wanted me elsewhere. That's why things weren't working for me. I don't know if I'm still live. I hope I am, because things are kind of entertaining as always. But either way, the universe may want me elsewhere. I'm going to change this up again and see if I am live, because we know how that happens, right? Let me go here. Sorry about that if you're watching me live. Yeah, okay, cool. I am live. Little glimmers happening for us. I'm telling you, with these planets off holiday. But whatever's going on, just laugh it off. Some things are a little picky, little gnats picking at us, but just go inward, embracing the slow turn. So with this high vibe frequency and energy of Sagittarius, along with the energy of a new moon birthing new ideas, or birthing new, I'm going to say fiery, fire raises. So this is our invitation to really expand our horizons or go beyond the horizon, seeking knowledge and embracing a sense of maybe childlike wonder, and just raising the energy frequency of the entire season of Sagittarius, moving us into the new year, especially with the moon finishing up, passing through Scorpio. Where are my little Scorpios out there? I'm just going to change this up a little because I feel like I have the ability. I might not, but I'll do my best. There it is. The moon in Scorpio just finished up. So I don't know about you, but you may have felt this heightened kind of intense energy where there's the mystery and the transformation, going inward, introspective kind of energies, and just diving deep into the depths of what's hidden in our subconscious in that arena, but also at the same time tapping into our inner strength and being resourceful, hidden resources. That always reminds me of the Scorpio energy. So this combo with the sun and moon can create more of a surge of optimism and adventure, but at the same time, it's the old wounds or issues, kind of unresolved ones from the past. You may encounter some of them triggering, but either way, the key is always to be more compassionate with ourselves first and even be more understanding. Uh, and with like a full cup or an empty one, whatever that looks like, especially with the new moon coming. So it's as if this optimism energy, this optimistic energy, and the adventure kind of is, it's like a fresh, frothy cup, a fresh energy kind of flowing over. So maybe it's a physical adventure. Maybe you feel the desire to go on a spiritual quest. But either way, it's this very creative endeavor. So this lunar phase is really encouraging us to step out of our comfort zones, become uncomfortable, unfamiliar, embracing the unknown, but also being aware with Mercury off on holiday, we may encounter challenges, forces of adversity in both communication, planning. So be patient with yourself and others and really give time and space and be flexible, but also be mindful at the same time. So this is a time of year often. There's a lot of complexities. Sometimes, if possible, be kind if you can, kindness, and communicate with heartfelt honesty, speaking your truths, but also be kind-hearted, having a kind heart. So with Mercury off on holiday, this can really throw that monkey wrench in our plans, especially if you're going off on a holiday adventure, traveling, communication. So, to minimize the potential, the chaos and the calamities, you may want to maybe do a little triple check of your itineraries if you're traveling, avoid signing contracts. I like to hum. I like to start humming. If I feel I'm becoming maybe impatient, I always like to hum while I'm driving. Oftentimes, retrogrades are often frustrating. So this is an opportunity to go inward and reflect and see where the growth may happen, inner and outer world, do a little review, reassess plans, and really just reconnect with your passions and your desires. I'm like up-leveling my website as usual and some other things, but that's kind of what's fun for me at the same time. Just so you know. So when the planets are off on holiday, this is really nature's invitation. It's the elemental invitation to retreat and reflect and recharge, whether you're seeing angel numbers or animal totems or getting subtle messages through a feather or whatever it is. The universe is reminding us that the pause point, the rest is a beautiful power tool as well. So during the season with these off on holiday, I'm not going to do all the signs. I'm just going to click on Aries as a fire sign. Oh, I just realized I hit the wrong button. I'm so great. I'm doing fantastic. So for the fire signs with Mars and Mercury off on holiday, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius in your season. So you may feel a pull to reflect, like literally getting a mirror and reflecting, turning inward and really quiet the noise in your mind often, and focus on channeling some of that energy, the fiery energy, on yourself, focusing that outward, outside of yourself, maybe becoming more intuitive. It's kind of a slow flowing movement like yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi's, those kinds of energies, and going inward, and the movement, literally moving like a candle in the wind. That just kind of came in. For the earth signs, I'm going to click on Taurus here. There's my little Taurus. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn for this season with the planets off on holiday. This is your invitation to remember the memoirs, the memories, like your worth. See where you are being called energetically to level up your vibe across every arena of your life. And probably pick one, ditching out the old fabric, the clothes, the PJs, whatever, and go out and find some comfy stuff so you start to glow up at the same time while you're getting grounded and really embodying that abundant energy through your senses, literally sensing the sense journey, the earth star, ironically, Taurus, from the base floor up from the earth herself, the goddess of the earth, I'll say Gaia. And then for the air signs, I think I'll go with Aquarius since Pluto is there. That looks glamming up, I'll say. Air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, obviously. So you may feel called to reconnect. This is about communication, friends, families, conversation, people in your social network, people you haven't seen for some time. 12 years ago, 30, go on a coffee date, holiday seasonal parties, but always bring in the flair. That's always what I see with Aquarius, is having fun and having the flair. Stay open to some extra inspiration, but be clear and be open to new opportunities. Remember, no, for me, always means new opportunities. They may come from those rekindled relationships, whatever they are. And for the water signs, I already clicked on Scorpio, so I guess I'll go with Cancer. There we go. For the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So with these two, this duo off on holiday, you may be feeling all the feels. It's a water, right? So feeling the feels and reconciling the feels. But more than ever, it's vitally important to refill your energetic tank, your gas tank, setting some time aside on your calendar, your to-do list, so that the universe doesn't do it for you. I always say the universe always works in our favor. And if we don't listen to the universe will give us that sidecar. So this does mean, yes, saying no first to holiday obligations or feeling obligated. No means new opportunities. So use your no, the power of no, and rest so that you can recharge and do things that do fill your cup and that vital energy, like guilt-free cuddle-ups, moving into the guilt-free, cuddle up with a book, movie marathons kind of came through, or just cozy up with some tea, jasmine pearl or monkey oolong. Those are my favorites. And as far as my Omen days, I was going to do my little ritual today, but with my energetic hiccup with Adobe for me today, I'm going to put that off till next week. This is my very favorite ritual of all time. So I took that as a sign for pause, but it's called Omen Days. It starts traditionally between the winter solstice through December 26th, and it goes for 13 days, depending on where you start for these 13 wishes. But be sure to tune in because I'm going to be recording some really fun stuff to bring it in. This ritual is literally my very favorite of all time. It really brings in the season or the close of the year. It's just a time of reflection of the wishes of 2024 as they come to fruition. And for those of you that are ready for my mini divinations, comment your year of birth and your month, and we'll hit those soon. And if you just want a general reading for insight, or if something's percolating on the tip of your tongue, you can comment that as well. As I wait for people to comment, I am going to go over the elements this week as we're waiting. And I do know I'm probably having lag time because that does happen while we're live. But the elements today, I use the elements, the 4 pillars of Chinese astrology, for basically for health and healing the body, whether it's in the subtles, through the meridians, could be food. There's a variety of things I use 4 pillars of Chinese destiny for. If you don't know, I started doing energetic face and body treatments 20 years ago. Chinese astrology, feng shui, basically for the body, to bring the body back into its energetic algorithm, on top of subtle energies and all these other wonderful things that we have available to us. But the element today, again, yin, fire, rooster. This is refined energy. Yin fires the candle energy. So that's inward fire. It literally goes with the cycles of the season right now. I just realized that. But this lights up our heart, literally like a candle, being the candle in the wind, like stoking the fires within. And the rooster, this energy is like pure metal, refined energy. It's also associated with the planet Venus. So this is heightening, bringing up to the evolution is kind of what I say, our appreciation for material comforts, luxury, like just an attitude of gratitude. refined metal, yeah, metallurgy. I'm thinking of somebody carving knives out of metal. The rooster is also what's called a peach blossom, one of the peach blossom signs. So energy is just like naturally charming, a little charismatic with the fire there, but the mood as well, the mood, not the moon. It's like to see yourself and be seen by others. So it's that kind of charismatic energy. And the fire rooster is the only pillar that's actually a spiritual energy pillar. Pillars come from the heavenly frequency and the animals, basically. But this one contains divine support from the other world, the ancestors. So this really makes today a very powerful day for invocations, like speaking out to the other world, spirit, prayers, spiritual connection, and just for me, I always like to ask guidance from the world of spirit, whether that's my mother in the heavenly universe. It could be Malidoma Somé. I'm a protege, a student of his wisdom, or spirit in general, or spirit guides. But this month has been a very, I don't know if you've noticed, a very powerful month to truly connect with spirit. And today we again have 3 spiritual pillars. We've got the fire rooster, the wood pig, and the young wood dragon. So all 3 of those are very spiritual, divine connections. And of course, that's just one of the ways that spirit can communicate through us, is like heartfelt joy, love, like all the goodness. I just watched Joe Dispenza earlier this morning, and I like that he was talking about the feelings that come through. So the frequency of joy. So if something brings you joy today and into the evening, keep following the joy. Keep following that algorithm. It's the mutual attraction energy of it. Because the more influence we cultivate and nurture, the more we're going to attract others in that frequency. So I would say be the most authentic, be the best version of yourself, and then elevate it so that you attract those who are seeking you. I always like to say what you seek is also seeking you. It's kind of that energy. So I really kind of like that. All right. So I don't know if anybody wants a mini divination today. I'm going to switch up my screens so you can dive in for that. There we go. So if you don't know, I do mini cowrie shell divinations. Cowrie shell divinations are an art of divination brought to the West by Elder Malidoma Somé. I was certified as a cowrie shell diviner in like 2016, I want to say. Maybe sooner, but I'll go with 2016. I worked with him and we did various rituals and went to Burkina Faso, his village, in 2020 before Calamity Jane started. But either way, if you want me to move the shells on your behalf, all you need to do is comment in the show notes there, the year you're born, the month, and if you feel like just a general, that's good enough. But if there's something on the tip of your tongue you want some guidance for, just go ahead and comment that as well. And we'll see what happens as my cards are flying everywhere. And let's see what's going on with my live stream. Okay, I guess I'm still live. I'm still connected. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, great. Sometimes things don't work to our favor, right? With Mercury on retrograde, holy shit. She's showing me. No, I didn't drop that. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to pull some cards since everybody seems kind of shy today. And then, yeah. I do have some Black Friday specials happening, by the way. You can just go to my homepage. I've updated that as I do some back-end recalibrating. It's kind of what I want to see. Okay, the cards are done. They're like, nope, we don't want to mix anymore. Okay, gotcha. Okay, we got Mickle and Muckle. This literally goes with the retrograde, Mickle and Muckle. Things may feel like they're going muckly or mickly-muckly, but they're not. This is like, what do I want to say? This is like innovating things to come into the world through our heart space first. That's it's our invitation to dream big and bigger and not worry about the hows or the wins. but putting it out into the field, the subtle field, to bring it in. And that literally is like bringing it into the physical. It's earthy, one of the earthy little characters. And he's smiling. So when things go amok, not to panic. They're just working in our favor for us. So I like that. Alrighty. Oh, and then we got the Fae Lion again, gonna trip us up. If things are not in integrity, if they're not in alignment, this actually makes me feel like Mars and Leo going retrograde. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. So this is just opening up to the forces of change and making sure it's in divine heart alignment, spirit alignment, and physical heart alignment. Be mindful of those two energies. So I'll take that. And our final card, oh, the Lady of the Harvest. So I feel like things are going to come to fruition here. Yeah, definitely coming to fruition, but we definitely need to act on what our heart desires for them to come into fruition, and it has to be something that we're divinely committed to creating to become manifest. If it's not in heart alignment, the manifestation crumbles. So there is that. And this is the Pook. Again, another test. I think we're going to be kind of tested. This feels like a water energy to me. Yeah, definitely water and earth. I say that because of the 60 and the numbers, but elemental numbers are very different than astrological numbers in numerology. But yeah, that feels like water and earth, like creating, like earth guides water. So it's like our nurturing is being guided to reconcile the old wounds to help us get into the flow. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, my energetic beings. Well, if nobody wants me to move the shells on their behalf, and if you're new and don't know what I do, basically you comment on the post, and then what I do is move the shells on your behalf. Like this. And then I read them, but traditionally I do an invocation to connect with the other world first, which I didn't do. So those are those opportunities. I do these private sessions as well. And I read the shells and see what's coming in from spirit. And yeah, that's how that goes. So with that, I hope your day was blessed yesterday in gratitude. And I like that. So I'm going to go back over here. Do this. And my mystic message for the week is I am open to receiving a new way of believing. And of course, giving thanks and gratitude. Blessings forward. That's always a fantastic idea. And as always, thanks for tuning in, those of you. And I will see you next week for some lunar guidance. Ashe, blessings.